why is it not allowing me to rotate my own screen? I'm not understanding that. It's like literally not allowing me to rotate the screen, which is weird. It's like the screen rotation is off or something. All right, we got to work on this. This is not good. That's weird. Hmm? Ross White, what's going on, man? Trying to get this, trying to do more lives, man. We're gonna be doing this every week moving forward. So, every Friday, man. Every Friday around 8. I think we're gonna do 8. It's between 7 and 8, but I'm thinking 8, man. And we're gonna try to do this every week, man. So each week we're gonna try to get better. But yeah. What was that question? Do you think Aaron Rodgers staying in Green Bay? I don't know, man. I really don't know. I really don't, man. If I'm being honest, I don't know if he's staying or not because he seemed hell bent to get out of it. I don't know what can make him stay. So I hope that answered that question. It looks blurry, yeah.
It's probably just my phone.
Okay. Hey, how's the picture? Whoever's on right now, how's the picture, man? Thanks for hitting that like button. Is the picture quality pretty good or? It's good. All right, appreciate that. Appreciate that. Buddy Pitts, what's going on, man? What's good with you? I think this is a comeback year for Zeke, man. The Brown guy, what's going on? It could be, man. It could be. It could be definitely could be a comeback year for Zeke. I mean, I gotta be honest. I think Shannon Sharp made a good point today. I watched Undisputed when he said that a lot of it's very rare that running backs are able to bounce back, man. But we'll see. We'll definitely see. I'm hope he looked like he's in the best shape I've seen him in a long time. Like he don't look like he's going through the motion. Like in practice, when I watch some of the videos out there, look like he gonna have some pop this year, and that's something we haven't seen. Alvin Kamara, oh man, Alvin Kamara, I think he's gonna have a lot of weight on his shoulder this year because they gonna have to lean heavy into him to get whoever gonna be the starting quarterback going. But is he capable? Oh yeah, definitely, man, definitely. But well, I did real quick, man. I did want to talk about a couple of things. One of them being the whole Giannis KD thing real quick, and we talk about both NBA and NFL on here, man. So, I think that one of the things I think this thing is has Giannis surpassed KD as far as number one in the NBA. Hey, Buddy Pitts, I got your question, man. I'm gonna get to it in a minute. If I got another setup over here, so I can see your questions. If I miss it, I will get back to it. But no, I think KD. I think Giannis is him. And I don't know because you got to think. Yeah, his stats was just bunkers, man. But I think the one of the biggest things is Giannis actually took a team to the finals that didn't have another superstar. So that's always gonna be people argument when you're arguing about KD and Giannis. Whereas KD, he's that guy. You can't argue with his ability to score. But the question that's gonna always peg him a little bit is whether or not can he do it if he don't have a Steph or Clay or these guys. And Giannis, Giannis ain't breaking down from letting people know he did it. I seen your comment about loyalty. Yeah, he did it with the team without a super team. So he's he's definitely letting the world know about that, man. Um, okay, so that just popped up. The Warriors are out of the sweepstakes for Simmons. Say the asking price is too high. All right, I'll talk about that later. All right, man. But the NFL season is here, man. Y'all know it's that time of the year. It's the time where I get it's that time where I get excited about the NFL season. Right when the NBA season kind of wrap up, you start training camp kick off and stuff, and I'm excited about my boys. I'm trying to go into this year with a clean slate. So, you say we think we have the best team in the division, man. I got to be honest, as a Cowboy fan, man. Honestly, I really don't do that, man, because I don't know which team is going to show up. I need some consistency. If I knew we was going, I think it really depends on the offensive line, though. Like I think that's going to be the biggest thing, the offensive line. The Because Tyron Smith hasn't played a full season. Zach Martin's coming off an injury. Lyle Collins never got out the starting gates last year. So if that offensive line can stay healthy, they are really big on the new center. So we're gonna see, man. We're gonna see. We're gonna see. To say they the best team, hey man, we can't underestimate the Washington football team defense though. That kid they got over there, man. What's his last name? I think it's Young. I think that's his name. They just drafted last year. He was Young. He's a beast, and he was a beast as a rookie. So he just getting started. And I thought the Giants added some weapons, man. The Giants added some weapons in that NFC East, and I think it's all about Daniel Jones. It's all about if Daniel Jones take that next step, they can win. I'm gonna say easily, but they got a great chance of winning that division. I'm not a big Chase Young. Yeah, he's a beast, man. I'm not a big I'm not a big Fitzpatrick fan. Like I feel like he flames out. Like he'll have like this super stretch and then it just flames out, and that's what scared me for the Washington football team's actual defense. I said my Giants are semi-stacked. They got it's to me the only thing is they hit and miss with Daniel Jones. It's all about him. Like I think this is a making or break it season for him, right? I covered him a lot. Well, not covered him a lot, but I paid a lot of attention this rookie year, and I was like, yo, he got something. He got something, and you just want to see if he can take it to that next level. Now is put up a shutout time for Dave Gettleman. Yeah. Oh, Dave Gettleman. Yeah, I think so, man. Special for Jones, man. And it was, you know what? I'm gonna be honest though. The one part I found iffy was that Daniel Jones to me reminded me a little bit too much of Eli. Like he really do in a sense, and that just like throw me off a little bit. It's like, but I actually think Jones got a very very high ceiling. He just got to if he could reach it. There are a clone. But I seen somebody ask me about the Ravens, man. The Baltimore Ravens. I think this is not a make or break season for the Ravens, but this is you're gonna find out this year is this really a Super Bowl team, because I believe they are. I still believe they can come out of the AFC. I've been saying that for 2 years now, but when I look at the Ravens and I sit back and I'm like, so I think it to me the offense is gonna be good. but they defense is going to be what have to step up the most. And the fact that they have some wide receivers over there now, I think that's going to be big. But the key for me is going to be the offensive coordinator. Like, is he going to open the game up more, man? Because I'm a firm. See, I'm one of those few people, man, that really believe in Lamar Jackson arm. I don't know why. I get it. I get it. He can run. Like, dude, as far as running, a monster, right? But when it comes to his passing, I just think he do not get the credit that he deserves. Now, he has some errant throws in him. I'm not going to say that. I'm not saying he don't. But I just think he do not get the credit. Like, that rookie season, did we see some of the zip on those passes to Mark Andrews? Like, that's talent, man. That don't just go away. So he got receivers. I want to see him excel as I know what he can do with his legs. I want to see him excel as a passer. To me, he's already excelled, but I want everybody to jump on the train that I've been seeing, so I can get credit for this train I'm on by myself. Seems like, but nah, I really do believe that they can really come out the AFC. I believe it. I really do. I think, and then you look at the running back situation, especially with Dobbins. I'm a big fan of Dobbins. They added Watkins. That defense I think has gotten better. We're gonna see though, but I think it has. But it's gonna be good. It's gonna be interesting, man. When you talk about my Cowboys, there's a lot of talk about if if Zeke is that guy, if this is a bounce back season for Zeke. I know I talked about that a little bit, but we hear it every year. Like, yeah, he looked great. Every year it's like, did you see Zeke videos? Okay, let's see the video. We see him every off season. I want to see a dub. Wentz with the Colts. You know what? I think Wentz got mental. It got in his head in Philly. I think the Nick Foles thing really destroyed it for Wentz. I think it got in his head because your backup quarterback got a shrine built in his locker room. All the team follow him. They kind of like throw. Now I don't know he played a part in that too because I heard that there was rumors about him not being you know a leader, not being personable, or kind of high on his horse. But apparently they got a quarterback whisperer over there in Indianapolis. But we'll see. And I think he needed that. I think he needed a fresh start. Health gonna be his thing. If he can stay healthy, they can make some noise. I believe that. But I think the best thing for Winston Philly was the lead. But just because I don't see him being able to really really get over the Nick Foles, man. Like Nick Foles, it's like he had a hold on that team. So, but yeah, man, it's gonna be good, man. It's gonna be some dark on from Baltimore can't cheer on the Colts. I get it. I get it. I get it. I think it's certain teams that Baltimore fans can't cheer for, right? Like you can't cheer for the Colts. You can't. Y'all, I don't think y'all can really. Y'all don't really cheer for the Browns. I know the Chiefs. But man, it's going. The key now is training camp, right? So if you're a fan of an NFL team right now, they did y'all dirty. True. The thing if it's training camp now, so now everybody's just like nobody get hurt, nobody get hurt. No, everybody got their fingers crossed. Nobody getting hurt, nobody get hurt. And for me, I'm like, if the team if for let's say the Cowboys, if they can stay healthy, right? And because I think the biggest acquisition for the Cowboys that gonna either make or break them is gonna be Dan Quinn, the defensive coordinator, the orchestrator of the Legion of Boom, in Seattle, but then he went to Atlanta and that fizzled out, and then they had like the worst defense. So we'll see, man. We'll see. I think that I like the cornerback. They got Diggs, the new guy that came in. I like him. I was never a fan of Awuzie. Byron Jones is not living up to that hype in Miami right now, but so we look smart on that, but we'll see. Yeah, yeah, we did. We got Dan Quinn, and it's about fast. It's about toughness. Okay, let me say this. Tom Brady got the easiest schedule. Legion of Boom. Tom Brady. I ain't look at their schedule too much, but you know what? With any team Tom Brady's on, I don't even pay attention to the first half um, of that season, right? Like it seemed like they care more about the second half and then rolling into the playoffs with Tom Brady. That's how it is with him. Now get Earl Thomas and Sherry and complete the set. You know what? I'm probably one of the few that actually thought that was a good idea. Either get Sherman or Earl Thomas. I don't think you want them both, but I think because you wanted familiarity with that defense, like you're bringing a new defense. I thought it was, nah, the Steelers don't play the Cowboys this season. Oh, you talking about the Hall of Fame game? LA Sports, what's going on, man? Appreciate the love, all love. Right back at you, man. You talking about the Hall of Fame game? I don't even know who gonna play or how much starters gonna play, but
This is their schedule.
oh, the Bucks. Let me see the Bucks schedule. So the Bucks got the Cowboys, the Falcons, the Rams, um, the Patriots. That's gonna be like a revenge game. The Dolphins, the Eagles, the Bears, the Saints, the football team, the Giants, the Colts, the God. I'm agreeing. They do got an easy schedule though, but a lot of these schedules look easy to me. The Carolina Panthers, New York Jets. We'll see what the Jets look like. The Panthers, we'll see what they look like. Well, I wouldn't say it's a cakewalk to a Super Bowl because you got to come out of the end of you got to come out like you got to beat teams in the playoffs. So I wouldn't never say it's a cakewalk. Maybe a cakewalk through the season, but and then it's so hard to say because a lot of times teams look like crap one year and the next year they look like world beaters. So I mean, we'll see, man. We'll see. I'm excited though. Tom Brady. You know what? I'm real quick to give Tom Brady a little shine. He look happy these days, man. Like he's cracking jokes and just he look happy, man. He's finally, he's happy from being up under the Bill Belichick umbrella. So that's I'm happy from him. He just cracking jokes and showing out on Instagram. I'm like, okay, my man. I'm happy for him though. It feel like he can finally be free. You know how that that whole New England thing is, and the Gilmore. It's gonna be interesting. Fluff now, what's going on? It's gonna be interesting to see what New England do with Gilmore. They go ahead and keep him.
If you need me to pull anything up,
Okay, what they do with Gilmore, it's gonna be interesting to see, man, because I believe that defense. A lot of people what we came out of. It's like he said Tom Brady looked like a woman that came out of an abusive relationship. A lot of time, what people don't realize, I think the New England Patriots had the most people opt out for the because of the COVID-19, right? So those a lot of those players will be back now. You can go against a team that will lose in the first three quarters and 15 minutes. Can ruin you mentally. Um, and the thing to me is the fact that when you look at a team like, let's say, the New England Patriots, well, you're thinking they're going to be a bust. I don't think they're going to be a bust this year. I really don't. I don't think they're going to be a bust because they literally gonna pretty much have their defense back intact. Now we'll see what happened with some releases and stuff, or some trades and what happened through training camp. But they play a rather I want to say simple offense, but they don't put their quarterbacks in harm's way. And I think Tom Brady leaving boosts his legacy because you now know he could do it in a different system. Because I was one of the people like, well, Tom Brady, he's great, but he kind of had it all catered to him. Like, how many quarterbacks have had one coach, one system, everything? Cam Newton is just regressing. We'll see, man. Hopefully he'll have a better showing this year. I'm rooting for. I low key root for Cam just because I want to see him. I felt like Carolina did him wrong. Like, and it wasn't even that they moved on from him that I thought was wrong. But when they let him go and then they did the tribute and talked about the Panthers and then try to act like Cam Newton wasn't even a part of this franchise and then get them to their Super Bowl, I was like, okay, I'm done with them. So, High Teddy Bridgewater working out for them right now. But oh man, I know it's some key things that's going to happen in this NFL season, but for one, most teams are back, right? Like they're back. They're having training camp. It's feel like a sense of norm. Like last, okay, let's be real. The last NBA season and the last NFL season, the NBA season meaning one that just passed, and the NFL season, the one that just passed. It just felt different, man. It didn't feel normal, and none of. First of all, let me say this: none of it felt normal. Nothing felt normal, not only in sports but just in life. So now, as we start to get back to some sort of normalcy, I don't think we'll never be 100% normal again. You don't go through things like this and then not have some type of lingering effect. But now that it's starting to feel normal, you're seeing guys back. You're not seeing so many of the restrictions and stuff, and it feel like it's football season again, man. You know, yo, I can't wait to just have a cook, put some on the grill, and just have a nice meal. And it's probably gonna be chicken breast and something like that, and some vegetables. Cause somebody over here is hard on me about my diet, and man, I thank her for it every day, man. I got to get right, and she pushes the hell out of me when it comes to that. Tom Brady losing the Super Bowl, expect LeBron to win the NBA. So they go. What you saying is like back and forth. Like if Tom Brady win, LeBron loses type thing. Chiefs ain't winning the Super Bowl. You know what? They got exposed a little bit. Like they got exposed. That I don't know, that offensive line looked like they was in shell shock or something, because that they could not keep Patrick Mahomes off the ground, man. And I don't know if that's gonna carry over to this season. For one, I think it kind of bring the Chiefs back down to earth, right? Like they had the Super Bowl win, then they was just flying through last season. I think it brings them back down to earth. Like, hey, no one is. A lot of teams, and I've noticed it, bucked out the Chiefs. Literally bucked out the Chiefs. What I noticed about a lot of teams, when you play a team like, let's say, Kansas City, right? You notice that some teams lose before the game even played. Some teams lose before the game is even played. They see Chiefs and Mahomes, and they just, oh God, here they come. And if you ever have that mentality, you lost that game. And I think that happens a lot with teams when you're going against a team like Kansas City, because they can be overwhelming. It's moving here, moving there. So many players. How do we stop Hill? How do we stop the back? How do we stop Patrick Mahomes? How do we stop Kelsey? And they lose. And it's like, okay, I can't, man. This is overwhelming. And and you lose coming off of the bus. Someone said the Chiefs got complacent. That could have happened. You sometimes you get too high on your horse, man, and you just think you're gonna roll in. And listen, Tumper Tom he'll figure it out. He'll figure a way to beat you. If Lamar played like Patrick the whole season, it wouldn't be the whole off season. Played like Patrick the whole off season, it would have been a thing. Oh, I get what you're saying. You pretty much saying if Lamar had done what Patrick Mahomes done, then he'd have caught a lot more slack. You know what, Lamar Jackson, he's on I noticed he's under a microscope, man. It's like he play with the kids, and why is he out on it? It's like, yo, like we sometimes, and I try not to do this, but sometimes we have to remember that athletes are people too, and a lot of them are still playing. They're blessed enough to be still playing the game they played as a kid. And Lamar, to me, is one of those people that still is a kid at heart. So he love to go out and play with the kids and play in the beach or play on the sand and have fun. But sometimes it's like it's like they criticize him for that. It's like, you should stay bubble wrapped and just stay in your house. Come out, practice, go play football, go back in your house, bubble wrap yourself up. Don't do nothing, don't breathe, don't sneeze, don't. Like, come on, man. These are people, man. These are people too. They got a life. Has there ever been a Super Bowl team?
NFL super team.
NFL super team like an NBA super team. The Browns. Have there ever been a? Oh man, I mean, we've seen teams try it, right? Like, I know the Cowboys have every time they try it, don't worry. The reason, but for one, the salary cap don't allow it for like that. And two, in the NBA, the players dictate too much. Like the players, if the player like, I want to trade now, I want to trade now, they're gonna pretty much force themselves out of there. You know, because they got guaranteed contracts. See, the NBA players all contracts are guaranteed, so they can. I ain't playing today. Oh shit. Oh, I got a thump toe. I'm out for 4 years. So you know they could do that. In the NFL, you don't show up. That's a good chance you don't get paid. So it's different. Like, and then it's and much of these teams go against each other. The NFL got like this internal good old boy system where once you cross one, that whole group will be like, yeah, we ain't touching them. Look at for example, and this is something else. NFL depends a lot more on systems. Like in the NBA, LeBron James can go on any team and he can get him 30, right? Any team and he can get him 30. And that's good. But in the NFL, you can give me let's say Patrick Mahomes, and he looked good with the Chiefs and his weapons and his all, but you send him to a team without a good offensive line, or you send him to a team with no weapons, he ain't gonna quite look as good, you know. So the NFL is more of a dependent. It's a team, more of a team sport where individuals can really get off. But as far as a super team, I've seen like super, like at one point, remember the Giants built they brought in people, they got a hell of a defense that one time. So you get like a hell of a defense, or maybe a really, really good, like technically, if you ask me, the Chiefs offense is super, that's super. But to get a whole super team like that, I mean, the Cowboys did it, but it wasn't formed. Like they drafted Emmett, they drafted Mike, they drafted Aikman, and then they did go get Charles Haley, they did go get. So it got to be like a mixture, but I don't see the super team thing really expanding, like it would in the NBA. It just I just don't see it happening. Is it any more?
I don't know.
Oh, but I don't really see it happening like that, man. Oh, hold on, guys. Could you hear me that, man? Hold on, never mind. Sorry about that, guys. We had a little accident. There we go. I got it. But man, I'm one of the things I'm looking. NFL team is more on dynasties and super. Yeah, once they get it, once you get a team, let's say like a Chiefs or like the Patriots. Once they get a system and a team, it's more of a like how do you stop them? Like they formed it, they got it together. That's so hard to do in the NFL. It's so hard to do. But once you get it, once you figure it out, right, and you're able to keep, because the salary. Listen, I be playing a little game on my phone, and I'm playing a game, and I'm trying to build this team, right. And then it was like, all right, well, the quarterback is up now. You got to pay him $35 million a year, and you're gonna have to cut somebody. Yeah, the early Cowboys were definitely a dynasty, man. But it was homegrown, right? Like they just added some pieces from like Charles Haley and like I said, Dion. You build it. But and the thing about the NFL is there's like no, like the NBA can get away and say, like for example, the Golden State Warriors brought in Kevin Durant and some other players, and the 49ers too, definitely. Man, I miss those 49er Cowboy rivalries. But the Golden State Warriors had to pay a luxury tax, but they could keep their players. There ain't no luxury tax in the NFL. If you can't fit them up on that salary cap, somebody got to go. Championships matter more in the NFL. If you don't win, nobody will remember. NBA, however, is Hollywood. Everyone's a superstar. Everybody. Well, see, that's the thing. And not everybody's a superstar. They got more superstars because it's condensed. But I get it though, because what you're saying make total sense. Because you can have a person like that could just get off and get theirs, right? And they're a superstar, and they're on the front. Like I get it. Like for example, James Harden. James Harden is not a champion, but he's definitely a superstar. But you literally got to be like, you still to this day, and I'm not knocking James Harden. I'm a fan of James Harden. You still got to say, what have he ever done in the playoffs? Like you still got to say that, right? But I get. So I totally get what you're saying. The NFL, you do got it's got to be at least 22 guys working together, and you can maybe put some key pieces here, key pieces there. But it's all about, like, I think the Patriots was good for so long because everyone bought into their system to the point that a lot of people were willing to take pay cuts just to play because they wasn't maxing players out. Like, so it's definitely different to between the NFL, man. So while I got y'all on here, man, I want to know who y'all got in these who y'all got going to the Super Bowl this year. Like, if you had the early pick, I know it's early, we don't know much. Training camp is just starting, but if you had to throw some teams out there, like, okay, I'm gonna tell y'all this, and I know y'all gonna beat me up for this, and I'm gonna tell you who my dark horse is, not to win the Super Bowl, but to be a good team this year. And we already talked about them, and I know y'all gonna be like, Chris, that is blasphemy. Take your hand off the Dallas Cowboy Bible, because take that shirt off, take that hat off. But I'm seriously saying, man, look, watch out for the Giants this year. Watch out for the Giants. I know people gonna say I'm crazy, but you gotta watch out for them. I think they made some great moves, and it's all on their quarterback. So remember I said that, and don't kill me for being a Cowboy fan. In the NBA, your stats, MVPs, all your start MVPs, Finals MVPs, skills, what you do off the court is just as, if not more important than the championship. Yeah, but I think that's on the players, but it's also on, like, business, right? Like, look at the endorsements and stuff that look at the endorsements that these players get, right? So for NFL players, like Dak just got a shoe, but I ain't nobody running to get some Daks. Like, I'm just being honest, right? I'm gonna try to get a pair. Like, so maybe they can start this now, but maybe. But it's like these NBA players, they're stars because, for one, there's no helmet, right? Like, you can walk up and be like, oh, I know that James Harden. But how many of y'all can point out Tyron Smith if just a regular guy, you don't really know how he look, right? Unless you're a Cowboy fan and you watch the offensive line. Like, who know how Connor Williams look? You know what I'm saying? That's the thing. So it's easy for them to be stars, and the endorsements, the business behind it, push it more, right? So when you look at, and NFL players but you get the 1, 2, or 3 that got commercials. You look in the NBA, everybody got a commercial. So it's business too that forces them, and like, congratulations, I guess, is in order for LeBron. He just crossed the $1 billion mark. That's big business pushing him, and he's LeBron. Let's not take nothing from it, but big business is always pushing him and doing stuff, and that's credit to him because he putting himself in those positions. I think the NBA have more superstars because the superstars are putting more in front of them, and they're encouraged to be out there more. In the NFL, it's like, come play ball. You good? You get your money? You got your check? All right, you need to be here on time. I don't think the NFL promote the players like the NBA does, And the NFL is just business as usual, in my opinion. Ravens and the Bucks. I think the Bucks might meet the Giants, Green Bay, or Titans in the Super Bowl. So we pretty much got the Bucks as a shoe in the NFC. Rams, Cowboys, Chiefs, Bills. The Rams? I gotta see what they look like this year. They got Matthew Stafford over there now. They got Matthew Stafford. We go see. Now that's scary though, because Matthew Stafford can be phenomenal. And then I'm sorry. And my wife's a Lions fan, so this is near and dear to her heart. But Matthew Stafford, but then he can have like one of those plays you're like, bro, just chill. Like, just chill. Like, he be on fire, and then next thing you know, he just throw a ball down the middle to the receiver that's not even there. So that's the thing. So it's gonna be interesting. But he got the weapons, and he's a talent, and he is on a better situation. Telling me Titans are so good this year. Well, they got to put it together. They got to put. I think the Titans got. Yeah, you got Julio Jones. You got the running back, the big Derrick Henry. And you got Tannehill, who I think is played much better than expected, honestly, given his stint from Miami.
Jimmy Seafood, that's at
the Harbor.
Excellent, that's at the Harbor.
Jimmy Seafood, is that at the Harbor? Rams head coach was like a kid on Christmas morning when they got Stafford. We got to see, man. Like, I love Stafford. But it's just those plays sometimes. He kind of remind me of a Tony Romo a little bit. I got to be honest.
He
Who do you think is the best NFL coach? Oh, Dundalk. Okay. Pete Carroll. Somebody said Pete Carroll's the best NFL coach. I mean, are we not saying? Well, we not putting Bill Belichick in that? Like, I guess now it's time for him to prove it because he don't have time. So I think that's why we not including him. But if he can get that team back into contentions without Tom, it's gonna be interesting. Get everybody back. So we'll see about Bill. We can't just write Bill off. I like.
I'll be a Rams fan.
Why? You don't know two people on the Rams. You a Cowboy fan?
No.
I'm a Cowboy fan.
I'll follow the quarterback.
Oh, you go follow. I've seen. You know, people do that. Like she a Ram fan though. Just make no sense. And the damn Ram game gonna be on in his house.
Is the Rams or the Lions? Pick one.
I don't know. Lions maybe. But nah, man. What I was saying is, as far as head coaches, who I think is the best head coach. I'm a big fan of the Harbaugh. I get them mixed up. Jim Harbaugh. And I'm gonna tell you why though. Why are the Cowboys they lose all the time? Marketing. I'm gonna get back to that question. Let me tell you why I like Jim Harbaugh from Baltimore. Because he did what you see few coaches do. He got a quarterback in and said, we're not gonna make John Harbaugh. My fault. He got a quarterback in and said, we're not going to change the quarterback to fit what we do. We're going to change what we do and fit the quarterback. Rarely teams do that. And that's why I'm a big fan of that. Because I felt like they said, we're going to take what we got. All right, we got this quarterback. Because they went from Joe Flacco. You know, Super Bowl winning Joe Flacco. And then he fell off that cliff. And then they brought Lamar in. Instead of saying, all right, Lamar, let's make you a passing quarterback. They said, we're going to adjust to what you're doing. And I guess that goes to the whole organization. But they said we're gonna adjust to what you're doing, and we're gonna move forward. Drew that guy, and I got to give him major credit for that because that's hard. You go against everything you've ever done to adjust to, and it's paying off as far as winning percentages. Why are the Cowboys so popular? They lose all the time. Marketing. Like listen. Don't get it twisted. The Cowboys and Jerry Jones is one of the best marketing gurus out there. He will find a way to say something to make you talk about him. Like you see, I don't know if y'all seen the press conference. I pointed out to my wife. I said, "Babe, he just cried for what?" He literally said, "This is Jerry Jones goes, if I could be any place I want to be." Now I've heard him giving this speech 100 times because I follow. He talked to the players. He goes, I could be anywhere I want to be, but I'd rather be right here with this team, with the Cowboys. Like, what you crying for, man? Like, that made no sense to me. Like, why are you crying? But you know why? We're gonna talk about that. They're gonna be on Hard Knocks. That's gonna be a big blurt on Hard Knocks this year. It's all marketing. They could be down, right? And Jerry Jones just come out and say something stupid. Well, I think we'll make the Super Bowl. Bro, you lost 9 games in a row. You ain't going. But he'll say something that everybody, they good at stealing headlines. But that's my team, man. I've been riding with this team since I was 6, man. What's up, Chris? Do you think that Carolina has a nickel chance this year? I think so. What's your take? Carolina, I haven't paid much attention to them. I don't know if you heard me earlier, but I said that, I don't like the way they did Cam Newton as far as not including him in the tribute video when they were talking about Carolina greats. But that running back, man, McCaffrey, that boy is a beast. A beast. Like, and you seen it coming, but you wondered, is it going to translate well to the NFL? Yes. So it's gonna be on him, but you also don't want to wear him out. So I haven't looked at their roster. I don't know what their receivers look like. So I'm not sure on them. How do you feel about the Aaron Rodgers situation? Aaron Rodgers, you know what? I'm stuck, man. First of all, let me say this. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I don't like no damn Aaron Rodgers.
Me neither.
What he did to my team over the years so many times. I'm gonna add me about Aaron Rodgers. No, I'm joking, man. I'm joking. I gotta be honest. My daughter's cracking up over there. But I gotta be honest though. I do, if I'm being, because this is what I try to do here, and it hurts me sometimes to my soul. But I do feel like it's time. I feel like they've been like, first of all, Green Bay have had the best luck with quarterbacks. I mean, they went through the Brett Favre era. Oh, that wasn't good enough for you? Let's give you an Aaron Rodgers right after that. But what this organization have become accustomed to is, hey, Aaron Rodgers, go win. There you go. Hey, can I have some help? No, you got it. They've done that to him so much that I think he's got tired of it. And then the disrespect. Drafting Jordan Love, when you got Aaron Rodgers, an MVP on your team, you got Aaron freaking Rodgers, and you go draft another quarterback because he's supposed to be the second. Listen, I've watched Jordan Love, and I got nothing against Jordan Love. But Jordan Love is not Aaron Rodgers. He's not the answer. I don't think. I didn't watch him, I watched him in college some, and I don't think he's the answer. But I do feel like Aaron Rodgers have given that team everything. They gave him very little. They could have got some weapons, man. Yeah, now they're saying Devontae Adams, and if you watch my video earlier, and if you didn't watch my video, I don't know why you didn't watch my video. You should have watched my video. But Devontae Adams is now closing down the contract negotiation, and they're in a bad place. But I think he got a loyalty to Aaron Rodgers in a sense. He loved Aaron Rodgers, and they got him rated as the #1 wide receiver in the NFL. So if you got a #1 wide receiver, and they say they got the second best offensive line, so they got some the players, in my opinion. So I don't think there's nothing personnel wise you can add that's gonna really fix Aaron Rodgers. He's been scarred because now you're getting him help. Now you're getting him some help. When all these years it's been like Aaron Rodgers, go out there and just make a heroic play, and now he's ready to be. He's like, man, I'm out. Y'all don't care about me. The disrespect, and don't forget the issue between him and LaFleur at one point. Like they wasn't vibing well. So let me see. I think I missed one. Hold on. You think Tom Brady gonna switch off those lights during the Super Bowl to get the switch off the light? Hey man, I don't know about all that, man. But Christian McCaffrey is it? Christian McCaffrey undeniable. Is that undeniable? Yeah, but he's a running back. So what you want is, I think what got so many good years, and then you got to start to bring in some help. Right, you got to bring in some countrymen. You don't want to just run him into the ground. I think that's what happened to Zeke over the last 2 years. Production been down because it was like, give it to Zeke, give it to Zeke, give it to Zeke, give it to Zeke. Well, it wears on a. Now the only running back I've seen that defeat time, in my opinion, is Adrian Peterson. Felt like he just started to defeat time, and he just kept. He's just a different breed. But Christian McCaffrey's a beast, man. Chris Sports Corner, good announcement, good commentary. You're live, Mr. Brown. What's going on? What's going on? How you doing, sir? Yeah, we're going live every Friday now, man. We're going live every Friday. Might be the surprise win for the Super Bowl. Hey, man, I've been picking Baltimore to come out of the AFC for like 2 years now, so they got to stop making me look silly. I just believe, man. I do believe in Lamar Jackson's arm probably more than most. I really do. I know people all talk about his legs, but to me, the arm that people not giving him credit for, the Ravens hoping our defense will hold up in the first 10 games, at least get some stops, and our offense continue to run game, but we more passing down the field and some out. What I think that with the Ravens is now you got Watkins and the other receiver, and you still got Hollywood. So now you can't pack that front line. You can't put 8-9 guys in the box because you're gonna leave those guys one-on-one. I trust Lamar Jackson to make them throws. So now it's putting more pressure on the defense. You can't crowd, and now you're giving Lamar Jackson, Dobbins, Gus Edwards. You're giving these guys more room and more room to run. So it's gonna be interesting to see how this all plays out, because I really believe that the Ravens now is going to force teams to back off. Like you're going to have to. They put 3 wide receivers. You got to honor that. And Watkins, granted, he can stay healthy. He can have a breakout year. I still like Hollywood Brown. I just think that he puts the work in. I just think he got to put it all together and and have a complete game, man. So That's gonna be interesting. That's gonna be interesting to see, man. I don't know about y'all, man, but I'm giddy about this NFL season. Listen, since my Lakers got put out of the NBA playoffs, I've been ready for the NFL, man. Yeah, but you know, I'm not overhyped on the Cowboys. Because I mean, yeah, you got a second year head coach and their um, first year defensive coordinator, and I really don't believe. And I'm just being honest. I do believe it's gonna take some time. Um, I get Dak is back. That's good. So it's gonna be interesting, man. I want to say they're gonna win the East though. I really believe that. I really believe they can win the East, but it's not gonna be a cakewalk in the East, man. The Giants beefed up. All right, it's on Daniel Jones. That's the key to me. You're doing good down here in Maryland. I'm still in Maryland. I'm down here. Um, and then the Redskins. You don't know which game is gonna be Fitzpatrick's best game. You know what I'm saying? He can have like these world class games that could just sweep everybody. And if he get hot at the right time, well, you got to watch out for Washington. But that defense is for real. So if Fitzpatrick get hot at the right time, you're gonna have to watch out for them. Oh yeah, I seen that. Yeah, I definitely seen that. I've been rooting for Shaquille Griffin, the guy with the one arm signed to Miami. I've been rooting for him. Fitzpatrick is hot. Yeah, he's hot and cold. To me, Fitzpatrick, it's like I keep the team fits more in Texas. I ain't never thought about that, but you're right though. I never thought about that, but that name do kind of fit in Texas. But the thing, yeah, like Fitzpatrick is hard and cold. He kind of. I'm trying to think. He kind of reminds me a lot of who? It kind of reminds me of like a I don't want this, and this is not saying same level, but he kind of reminds me a lot of, if you look at the NBA, like if y'all familiar with Danny Green. Like when Danny Green is on, you can't stop him. Engraving, what's going on, big homie? You can't stop him. But once he's cold, that boy can't throw a rock in the ocean. And to me, Fitzpatrick is the same way. When he's on, I mean, it's sort of like it's like Nick Foles. When Nick Foles hit that, he hit his stride with Philly, and there was no denying them a Super Bowl. So, but the receiver are not proven for the Ravens. But you got Sammy Watkins. I think Sammy Watkins is proven. You add that with a Hollywood Brown that I know got a chip on his shoulder. So I think they can. And then you still got one of the most underrated tight ends in the NFL that I don't feel get enough credit, in Mark Andrews. You still got that. But that's gonna force, and even if you got to respect a Watkins out there. So you're not gonna be able to crowd the box, which is gonna give them that extra running lanes. And Lamar Jackson, just make sure, and my thing with him, just make sure you get out of bounds, lay down. You ain't got to take no unnecessary hits. It's not worth it. Let me see. Ing Ravens, we still got work to do, brother. Hey, Ing Ravens, man, I'm a message. Man, listen, you send me a message, you already know. Just tell me when and well, and whatever we need to do, we're going to get it done immediately. Immediately. But did the Cowboys get the deep as a coordinator? Get the deep as a coordinator for the Seahawks. Who's the head of the Atlanta? That guy's good. Yeah, and I think, Mr. Brown, I think that's gonna work for the Cowboys, because I don't think he's a good head coach. I'm gonna be honest, but he's a good coordinator. Some people need to just stick to their job, right? Like, he can coach defense. I think you give him a whole team, that's not really his thing. But as far as coaching defense, you look at the tenacity of that defense. When you look at, players are excited. That Cowboy defense look excited again. Like, for example, you see them running full speed when they're just trying. When they say, "All right, we're just gonna do some little drills." It's like an intention. I've watched this team. I watched their training camp. They intentionally are hitting. They're intentionally are trying to kill the bag. It's like, it's fast. It's physical, and they pretty much put a lot of these players on notice and said, "Hey, Nobody's guaranteed. Just because you started last year don't mean you guaranteed to start this year. Jalen Smith. I'm sorry, guys. Let me give me 2 minutes. Let me go on Jalen Smith for a minute. I root for this guy here. I root for Jalen Smith so hard because we all remember the drop foot. Remember he came from college and his leg was messed up. He fought to get back in. He balled. He played, and I'm like, yes, it's my guy. And then I see him get caught up in this. He got a tackle. The guy tackled the guy. He got 9 yards. He tackled the guy. He get up celebrating. Bro, you down 22 points. What are you celebrating? Like sometimes I don't like that. I want to see somebody mad. Like to me, I think he's auditioning to be a model more than he is to be a damn linebacker. For real, like you can just see it. It seemed like like even watching training camp. I'm sorry, even watching training camp. He's the only one you see not. I'm like, what are you doing? Like hit something. Hits like, oh my god, man! But hopefully he snap out of it because I'm a big fan. But he just let me down so much with that. Like, I'm sorry if I'm gonna find this clip, I gotta find it. I don't know who seen it, but it was the funniest thing in the world. Somebody pushed him down. He didn't get up, and you remember that? He didn't get up and push the guy back. He get up and said, "Ooh, ooh." I'm like, what is he doing? Man, just took your cookie. What you gonna do about it? All right, what I missed. Washington is danger. Their defense gonna be a challenge. No, Washington is danger. Their defense is gonna be a challenge. It just, I just think their issue gonna be quarterback. I like Fitzpatrick, but I think that I don't think he's it. I think he's gonna have some good stretches, but I don't think there's gonna be enough to get him out of the East. I like Dak as the quarterbacks right now. You can't sleep on. And let me say this: I can't sleep on Jalen Hurts because I'm such a fan. I'm such a fan of Jalen Hurts. You know how when you're a fan of somebody, then they go to your rival team. It's like, oh come on, man. Oh come on. Like I'm a fan of Jalen Hurts. So he gonna be interested to see if he can take that next step in Philly. But you know the thing about Philly is if you're good, they're gonna ride with you. But the minute you fall off, they're gonna bash you. But no, I mean overall, I gotta say I like the Cowboys to come out the East, but you just don't know. Let me say y'all something about my team. When you put too much pressure, you say this is the year. This is the year right here. You can't stop the Cowboys. They probably go 3-12. You be like, I thought this was. So I don't put too much pressure on them. I think Zeke is looking good. Dak is looking good. CeeDee Lamb, I'm expecting to have a breakout season. I think. Honestly, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. If they can trade Amari Cooper, I'm not a Cooper fan, bro. I don't feel like he got that desire for the game. Like he can ball when he want to, and when he want to. He said we'll see with Sammy Watkins. I think with Sammy Watkins we're kind of forgetting because he got overshadowed in KC, right? Like and that's the thing. Like you got the Tyreek Hill, and then you got Kelsey, and then you got the other receiver. I feel like Sammy Watkins kind of got lost in the shuffle a little bit, but he got an opportunity again to step out. We got to remember, and I remember Sammy Watkins from Clemson because he used to beat up on my Seminoles. So Sammy Watkins can be a beast if he can stay healthy. But for Lamar Jackson and that offense, what you really want him to threaten. He just need to be a threat. They just need that offensive receiver to make the defensive back like, let's watch him. That's all you need. All Lamar need them to do is blink and he's gone. So if it could make a couple big plays to back the defense up, they're gonna be all right, man. They're gonna be all right. Yeah, they're gonna be all right, man. I think they can come out the AFC, but it's gonna be hard. They just gotta click on all cylinders, and I can see them doing that, man. I could definitely see them doing that. But overall, man, this is gonna be a good one. This gonna be a good one. I'm interested to see what the Saints look like this year. After Drew Brees retirement, I'm interested to see what the Giants look like because I do think they got the weapons. They gave him the weapons. Daniel Jones the weapons to hang himself. So they was like, here, you got everything you need. Make it happen. I feel like that's what the Cowboys tried to do with that last season with Jason Garrett. It was like, hey, here's everything you need. Oh, you didn't do it? You got to go now. So, but again, we got to see protocols and see hopefully no team is horribly affected with protocols this year. That's going to be important too. Because everybody trying to, get vaccinated. That's the whole push. And it's unfortunate Minnesota got rid of a coach that because he would refuse to get vaccinated. I don't know. I don't want to comment on that. I don't. That's to me personally. I don't know. Think that that's a person's choice, right? Like I get it because that's starting to be the new wave now. It's like, and especially a lot of states now are letting people go. Like, look, if you refuse to get vaccinated, I can't talk today. Then we're not gonna hold on to you. So that's gonna be interesting to see how all that plays out, man. But I am expecting the Kansas City Chiefs to respond this year and come back and try to play, with a sense of urgency and prove that, we're still that team. I think the Bucks are right there. They was able to keep everyone after that's rare. Normally after the Super Bowl, you lose a lot of players. Um, that's a big blow. Michael Thomas. I seen earlier that he had the surgery, but it looked like he'll miss up to 5 games. Yeah, that's gonna be iffy for the Saints, who's already ushering in a new quarterback. It's gonna be interesting to see who gets that starting job. Maybe Taysom Hill, I think that's his name, or Winston. So we'll see who ends up getting that starting gig there, man. Um, but all in all, man, I'm excited. I'm excited. I agree with you 100% about Fitzpatrick and the Washington football team. And their offense is going to suck. Their offense is going to suck. Yeah. But they will have splash games. I'm expecting the Washington to have some splash games. I just hope it ain't against us. But they're gonna have some games where you can be like, here they come, and then right on schedule, Fitzpatrick is gonna fizzle out. Fitz is gonna fizzle out. So, but that defense is for real, and that boy Chase Young. I said Trey Young. Think about the Hawks. Chase Young is for real. That boy can ball. But and he makes the pressure that he brings or put on the offense makes the entire defense better. So the defense is legit. Their defense is legit. But it's gonna really have to be based off what that offense can do. Same thing with the Giants. It's gonna be based off of what Daniel Jones can do. And hell, honestly, it's gonna be based off of what what's the boy name? Dak. Dak gotta I mean, come on, guys. I'm a Cowboy fan by heart. I'm a Cowboy fan by heart, but what I gotta be honest and say, like before Dak got hurt, the Cowboys weren't looking like a Super Bowl team now. But they was missing some offensive linemen and stuff. So it's all about the quarterback play, and that's for most teams. But these teams got a lot. These two teams got a lot to prove. By the way, a Philly fan and a Giant fan killed each other during an argument in front of Geno's Philly cheesesteak today. Really? Like, listen, I love it, and I don't know much about I don't know much about that situation, but there's a limit to this fandom. All right, there's a limit to this. When it gets to certain points, but again, that's Philly fans are they're a unique bunch, man. Philly completely self-destructed. Well, I think what they should have did, if you would have asked me, and I may be silly for saying this, but they should have traded Wentz a long time ago and kept Foles. Foles fitted. He found the home. He was there. Like, I mean, it's just the team bought into him. And you can't, it's like a love affair. You can't, you go from being the main to the side, and then now it's time for you to come back to being the main, but everybody still love the side. It's just not gonna work, right? So I thought Wentz was done after that. When they built a shrine in this guy's locker room, the backup quarterback's locker room, yeah, you just, and then now you tell him to go lead a group of guys that have clearly showed their allegiance to the other guy. Yeah, Philly tanked in spite of the Giants to miss the playoff last season. I don't know if they tanked. I don't know if they tanked last season, but I do. It's gonna be a battle in that NFC East. It's all about the quarterbacks. Right on paper, right now, look like the Cowboys and Dak got the best quarterback right now. But when the season start playing and you start to go, you don't know, right? But it's about health. It's about health. Saquon Barkley, we forgot about him over the last year or whatever, but don't forget about him. That you add him to that group that the Giants got. So that opened up the receiving core. I thought they didn't. I think they brought in Kenny Galladay. You remember Galladay? The Giants brought him in. So and I like Galladay. Trust me, I like Galladay. I had him on my fantasy team. So it's gonna be interesting, man. This NFL season. This NFL season gonna kick off training camp. You know, training camp is getting going right now, and you know we just hoping everybody stay healthy. Just stay healthy, and move forward from there, man. All right, man. We went over an hour. Yo, check this out. I'm gonna be here every Friday. So and hopefully, Kadarius. Okay, Kadarius Tony. Hopefully we can do this every Friday. And if you guys, if we continue to get better, we'll do it Fridays and maybe Monday, multiple times. Huh? Oh yeah, and I seen somebody comment about the background. We moving, guys. We moving. So that's why the background. That's why I had to take the background. Huh? Yeah, everything is packed right now. That's literally why I'm doing this on my phone. But yeah, we gonna. But the new set gonna be right, yo. The new set gonna be right. I can't wait for y'all to see it. But yeah, we moving. So that's why the background ain't done like it was at one point. So, but anyway, man, thank you guys so much for joining me today, man. You guys have been you guys motivate me, man. I'm doing a live every Friday. I'm committing that. That's my promise to you guys. I'll be here every Friday. We're gonna let's say every Friday at 8 because I have to, try to we're gonna do it 8. Let's try 8, give us time to eat, have dinner, you know what I'm saying? For my wife to force vegetables down my throat. And then the next time. Did you know the Ram just lost? Yeah, Cam Akers, and he from Florida State, so you know for sure that I was sad about Cam. I'm a big Cam Akers fan. But what you know about Cam Akers, I'm gonna say this about Cam. Same thing I said about the guy in Minnesota. I can't remember. He from Florida State too. I can see his face. I can't remember the running back from Minnesota. He's a beast. But Florida State, they relied on those guys so much that when they came in the NFL, like they're gonna have some injuries. Because they run them in the ground there, and then it take a couple years for them just to adjust. So we'll see, man. Cook, that's what I'm talking about. Dalvin Cook, yeah. That's what I'm talking about. He from Florida State too, and they ran them into the ground. I think we win their job with the Saints. I think they're gonna favor Winston a little bit, but Winston is a turnover machine. He was a turnover machine in Florida State. I told everyone, like, Jameis Winston. I'm like, listen, man, Kelvin Benjamin made Jameis Winston. All right, if you're a Florida State fan, you know that. It was so many times Winston just threw balls up, and Kelvin Benjamin being 6'7", 6'8", he would just go get him. He literally just go get him, and then he got to the NFL and ate himself out of a job. So, I get mad at players like Calvin Benjamin, man. You just got too big. You can't stop eating. You can pay millions of dollars. You can't stop eating. Come on, man. It's all your job is to stay in shape. Because you're so big, you're going to go. Anyway, I can go on that tangent. But anyway, man, hey, thank you guys, man. I'll see you guys back here next Wednesday. Hopefully I figure out next Friday. What am I saying? Next Friday at 8 o'clock, man, I'll be back. So, and I'll make sure to post it on the community tab, send out the reminders and stuff. If you follow me and if you subscribe me to, you'll see that it's coming. He spent $2 million on McDonald's. And make sure you guys, if you got any more questions, I'm about to hop off here, but hit me up on Instagram, hit me up on Twitter. Y'all know I be on that thing tweeting and posting on Instagram. Okay, my wife be doing that. She's my backbone over here, man. She keep me on point, guys. But yeah, so I'll see you guys next Friday at 8. I'll post, and if you ain't subscribed, why haven't you subscribed? You should be subscribed. And it's NFL season, man. We about to get it hopping and popping, man. Every Friday. Then we probably, because I get addicted, and then we probably start doing it Monday and Friday, then Monday, Wednesday, Friday. We'll see. But I'm excited, man. Until next time, man. Hey, it's been a pleasure. You guys be amazing.